Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Hello and welcome, my RDDC familians, my TSMA familians, and yes, even the Heck versus Hellions that are here on the channels that we listen to on the broadcast of hashtag the Real Double Dose channel. This is your girl Lex coming to you straight from the heart, as we always do. And I just want to say it's a little nightcap right now, but I'm here and I want to have a conversation with you nonetheless. Work with me while I put my earplugs a little bit away. I just couldn't get to the volume of where I'm at right now with half of the silicone plugs in my ear. It's a nighttime thing. Okay. Woo, there we go. Feel free. So I'm having my journey. I'm through the healing stages right now. I have my surgery team appointment coming up. Just get some recaps on the other ones. No yesterdays, no tomorrows, only today. Okay. So those are going to be the ones that you can hear a recap on. It's hard for me to go through the conversation of those things because the emotions and the anger and the frustration and the hurt and the evolution of evolving within God. And I want to say, getting more into the principle of the true names. Mr. HVH over here, Hector Rivera, if you're not used to his shows every before 7 p.m. on Fridays, he was showing me something my brother had spoke about, how to say the correct name of God. And it's so beautiful and so deep. And I was like, man, that had to have been not from the universe that which God created, but I'm saying it had to have been from the properties that God put together for the things to come together. So yeah, that's something we're going to speak about. But I just wanted to get into this because, my energy levels go. For all you who are new, welcome. Those who haven't, please feel free to recap on the hundreds of episodes we have, especially the last 50 plus. Okay. But happy new year, every new day. That's what we're going to do. New day, new year. That's your whole year, because you basically have 24 hours to see if we survive to the next one. Not to say it's a survival thing, but at the same time, we're not given tomorrow or even the full day. Okay, when we wake up, that's what we're given right then and there. It's life, So let me stop this. But I've been wanting to get on this conversation. The next one coming out is more to do with our culturalness of life, the ethnicities in life, and what people have to go through. And hey, everyone of every skin tone, complexion detection, hair texture, whatever, be a part of it, enjoy yourself. It's all about that. Maybe we'll have that on TSMA, we never know. But this right here, I wanted to call hashtag stop, drop, and roll. And I wrote some notes about this. Now, it is nighttime for me because, like I said, my schedule has changed. Sometimes it works in the day. Sometimes I'm trying to work with a partnership for now. Sometimes I'm trying to do stuff with still bandages on and a very tired body from 8+ surgeries later and anesthesia and all kinds of stuff. So not out of the woods all the way yet, but I know God will carry me through the way God has been doing miraculous healing and so forth. But it also was a setback. And as one of my anesthesiologists, which is amazing, handsome. I don't know if he was from the UK or Germany. I don't know where he was from. But anyway, he was an older gentleman that was it was really nice, really soft on the eyes when you're going through surgeries. And he was so kind and so sweet. All of them have been, but he was really gentle with the soul. And was telling me when he showed me the screen of my soft tissue and my muscle that was removed, my muscle tissue in the groin area, from what had happened, not to mention the outside, that he's like, yeah, this is a hard reset. So maybe I'll call that on the Patreon, the hard reset. I have pictures once again available. Viewer discretion is advised. Obviously some parts will be blocked off, but yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Let's put it that way. But this right here is called, and I was thinking about it the other day, and it's so passionate. And as I let my string beans and mixed vegetables my brother had made for my mom's request, trying to help me out with my little meals in between my Lunchables and my string cheese and getting protein to get healed better. I was like, I feel it right now, even though it's in the night. And before I was more like, hey, let me see the sunshine coming in. Being encapsulated for nearly 90 days, especially after being in the hospital for almost a month, definitely changes your perspective on that. So, I guess I've been working with day and night, and this is right here. It's hashtag stop, drop, and roll. So that's that recap. All right. So this right here is It's basically straight to the dome, right? And you probably gonna say I had a longer intro and speaking and catching up, but remember, there's new people coming on here all the time, new families, people who have been with us for several plus years now, people who have come in a couple years ago, a couple weeks ago, and I'm just trying to recap for everyone, just in case, because sometimes, in case, not cake, but sometimes people can just catch you right at the end. Like, hey, I just heard this. What's going on? What happened? And if I heard, I mean, Mr. Heck and Tangi had let me know our syndications for Spotify and different ones are not updating the latest episodes. So wherever you're hearing this from or whatever time it is, remember, it's still going on. It doesn't matter if the blog post was several months ago. Life happens, things happen, but just know that we're still here. There's plenty of links from SoundCloud. And just public service announcement, PSA. For according to my family and to the doctors and everything going on, it seems I had a mini stroke in a different kind of way. I mean, maybe lighter, I'm not sure, but my words are harder to come out. Different things are a little bit harder and jumbled up. I don't claim it, for myself and my healing, but just work with your girl Lex, okay? And then plus, still getting my footing. But there's SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker, TuneIn, Giovanni, Podchaser, Google Cast, Podcast Addict, all kinds of things going on, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora. So you still can find us out there. You still can go to the website, still see what's up. The SoundCloud, just go directly to soundcloud.com, the Real Double Dose channel or Real Double Dose channel. It'll be there. So don't get thrown out. We're going to get that updated as soon as when I get updated. So it might be a few more weeks out, but we got you. But this right here, stop, drop, and roll is exactly where I want it to be for all of us. And I thought about that feeling, right? Stop all the headaches, the drama that you don't need to deal with from other people or even yourself. Learn how to roll out and be a part of what you have to do for God's mission, God's purpose within yourself, and the betterments of the drama itself. Drop all the bad habits, drop all the drama, drop all the things that irritate you and roll out. Roll out from it, roll it out all the way and roll away from it. Overcome it, become more that you're supposed to be, and stop letting it stop you to the fact of where it drops you and then it's rolling over you seemingly. That's where I want to go with this. Now, that was a quick little audio recording that I did el otro día, the other day. And I just want to say that stop the pressure, stop the drama, stop the irritation, stop the, I have to deal with it. And that hard reset hashtag, it helped me realize, man, what have you been doing in these decades on life? Why do you feel like you can't stop it? Why do you have to answer the phone call for people that they have nothing to do with your journey? Yeah, it's a calling in me with the Lex effect, but I still have the Gabriela. I still have the Adiel. I still have those things as part of my name and my humanity that move forward. I have those things. I have a right and free will, not to stop God's purpose and say I'm going to swerve wherever I want, but I still have free will. We don't have to deal with that. I don't have to take out the anger that I did to whatever the position that I did to a certain perspective. Yes, God has the control to stop it or make it move forward. But the thing is why, right? Why do we have to feel like we can't stop the drama? Why do we have to feel like we're in a bad situation with someone we have to keep going on? What do we owe them that we're not owing to ourselves? What do we feel? Yes, it's okay to sacrifice, and love is sacrifice. Christ showed us that over and over. But what does that mean? What does that perspective mean when we're not willing to stop all the poison coming in and we claim it's a good thing, it's going to change, build a bear shop, build a woman shop, build a man shop, all this other stuff. And we spend 10, 20 years on someone while we've been waiting for that other person that was waiting for us to let them go and never could flow to us because we had too much stored up in our drama driveway, right? That's where I want to go with that. The headaches, all the pain, all the drama. Stop, drop. Now, I probably did a little different. I know you got to roll out next, but it still goes in, drop it, right? You have to be able to drop all the drama. Why not? Well, how are we going to find the purpose and the mission within ourselves? Because it's always looking for us. We don't have to go out and say, well, I'm good at car, mechanics. I'm good at drawing. I'm good at those are talents. Those are beautiful multiplied talents and to basically be multiplied. But the gifts, the purpose, the mission, that will be given to you as a download. You have that on your own hard drive inside of you. When you allow that to happen in your free will, hear God, hear the feeling, know it innately. It'll come to you and it'll just draw in your everyday life. Just start drawing it. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at, being helpful to people. I'm really good at speaking to youth. I'm really good at making food for the homeless. I'm really good at baking cake. Maybe your ministry is just selling cupcakes for $1 a piece and being able to enhance someone's life, and the ripple effect happens. Right? You think your ministry calling is sitting in a church pew and being out there saying, "Hey, everybody, I want to tell you this testimony." Listen, the testimony comes from everywhere, whether it be someone at the barista at the coffee shop, whether it be someone sitting there and you just get a tip at the table and leave them $10 because they didn't have any gas, whether it be you sitting there walking down. Yeah, it's not a million ways to get to God. There's only one path to get to God, and that is through Christ Jesus. But I can't say that all the way because I don't want the name to be messed up from the conversation we're having. But the name that we know is Christ Jesus, right? For now, I'm just saying, like, I want to scratch that, but then I don't, because at the same time, there's a lot of uncovering we're going to do at TSMA. So just FYI, don't freak out. But this whole thing is God. People don't want to hear that because they want to stay in their ways. They think, oh, if I go to God, I need him for help in this situation and this and that. God, I don't believe in you, but please help me right now. It's like, I'm not condemning prayer, but you can't just always go to someone, hey, man, I've been a friend, for example. I've been dissing you for 2-3 years, but I really need help with paying my rent this month. Like, okay, well, why? Well, I didn't ask to be created. Well, they didn't ask to be your friend. It just happened. So at the same time, it's like life happens. And for us to be chosen to be here on this earth, that's phenomenal. I mean, out of all the millions and billions, I don't even know how many billions, quadrillions, zillions of sperm that was out there that was alleviated once we, who are listening to this now, have been created, it makes you wonder, man, I was selected to be here. Whoa. That's a lotto that nobody has really thought about. You think about winning millions and multi-millions of dollars after you get taxed to hell, Hades, but it's like you really don't think about, why did God choose me? Maybe stop and think about that for a minute. Why did God choose me? Why did he make me the way I am? Why did he, not the fact of, oh, I don't like my hair, I don't like the way my legs look, I don't like the fact I wasn't born with any limbs, or I don't like the fact, we don't know. We don't know why we go through the trials and tribulations all the way, but it will lead somewhere. For me to be a walking testimony, even with gauze and bandages and tape on right now, it shows a lot more than we're willing to see. So we need to hashtag, we already did the stopping it, but drop all the drama, drop all the things that irritate us, roll out of it, right? Get all the time, and I mean that in the broadest way. You might say, Lex, you mean just drop it? What if my kids irritate me? I'm supposed to just drop them? Yeah, like a bad habit? Absolutely. Disclaimer, common sense. If your child is acting up, for example, let them know, hey, you will be in trouble for this. You will be grounded. Get a behavioral expert. Learn how to get a switch off a tree. I learned it. I didn't say beat them down now, but maybe a little sting on the thigh will get them. I'm just saying. Bend this up while young. Okay, I'm just saying that's what the Bible said. Disclaimer, I'm just saying from my personal opinion or perspective. And say, maybe let them know, hey, I said listen to me, and taking time with the child. Taking time with your child and getting to that point to say, hey, this is not okay. Whatever it is, taking a tablet, whatever it might be. The whole point is, well, one, you shouldn't have a tablet just stuck in or a phone in your child's face. I'm telling you, it's a lot more poison than we realize, besides radiation and stuff like that. But I will say, dropping the bad habits. If you feel like you're drinking way too much, stop. Stop going out that weekend. Stop going to the liquor store. Oh, it's harder than it is. Absolutely. Look for a support group. Look for a way to find something to do besides that. Okay, nibbling. My nerves get that. You can't find me eating meals, but you can find me eating nibbles, right? Not always excessive as it used to be, but yeah, find something else. Get a carrot, get a celery. Maybe something with more zero. Not the fact that it's just a vegetable, but the fact that it's zero, calories and carbs and sugars to a certain point. If you feel yourself feeling stagnant, go outside and get some fresh air. Or maybe drive to a park or get somewhere you can just kind of go. Like, there's always options, what I'm saying, right? This is just my suggestions of examples, but there's always options to do. We don't have to deal with having all this drama, all the problems that's going on with just constantly having ourselves irritated from people who don't belong in our circle of what we have. And matter of fact, as Prophet E was saying, I'm going to say it for reference, I haven't heard him in a little bit because I've been going through this, but, it's a time for us to stop having small circles and have straight lines. People's behavior and attitudes don't surprise me no more. I don't get surprised. I'm not like, oh, wow. I'm more like, oh, something happened to them, whatever. But I'm like, now it doesn't surprise me. If I don't hear from someone that don't respond to me in a couple of days or whatever, after they've reached out to me, I'm like, oh, all right. But I can smell it spiritually from being a seer. being a high level Heyoka empath, I know that these things. I'm starseed child. I call it what you want. Indigo. Boom. I'm just saying. I know these things. I can smell it. People say, "Oh, I can smell the intensity. I can smell the spirit." It's like Christ was saying, "I could hear their thoughts." And it's not the thoughts of having that. Like you can smell it straight off. You can read it. You could read the room. People say that. You read the room, girl. You read the room. You read the room. Well, think about that. You can read the room. You know when someone's coming up to you. You can feel it like, I just don't feel. They came up to me in the store. Like, here they go. You know, you don't have to see a beggar come up to you in a dirty clothes to say that. You can have someone, hey, I ran out of gas. They look like a normal everyday person. Or you see a group of people sitting in the corner, you know, oh man, I'm about to pass by, the people gonna harass me. It's like you can still read that even without that. But my sense is different. It's not that natural intuition that I should explain. It's more like I can smell it. I can feel people dialing in. Most of us can dial into that connectivity if we really try, but having a connection with the creator makes it super better. But having that, it's like a spiritual phone call. And I'm like, man, who's on the roster now? Can't run away from it. It's just there. Like even me seeing the depths of my siblings. I just want us all to understand that we can overcome it. You know, we can get away from all of that, dropping all the bad habits, dropping all the drama. And the bad habits doesn't just have to be what's in our life. Maybe the bad habits in our life are from the people and the circumstances, the bad habits we keep choosing to be around. Maybe all that. I can't say that having a glass of wine is bad every day. Why? Because some people relax from it and do better. But I can say sitting in a bar and drinking 20 pounds of tequila may be bad, or some liquor, you know, getting slammed. I can't say that smoking something every day is going to be bad. Well, maybe it makes you relax. Maybe it makes you not freak out or be a road rager. But I can't say having excessive amounts of it and just bombarding yourself to be clouded in it and smelling and reeking of it and, you know, having yourself is bad. There's levels to this ish. I'm just saying. But I'm saying, like, I can't always say that dropping an argument, dropping the bad habit. Maybe you always find yourself in that situation. Dropping a friendship that you already see that's dropped, that they're just lingering on and keeping you there, as Mr. You know, HVH himself, Heck versus Hell, says, hey, to one of his people or his connected people at the time, you just like to keep people around so you can dip back in there later. You notice you have people around you sometimes, or you ever encounter that, where they kind of keep you around, or you know they're trying to keep you around, even though you know you peep game, right? Where they're like, oh, well, let me just keep, hey, touch base every once in a while, just in case I need a place to stay, just in case I need a ride, just in case I want to see what's up with you in the gossip. That's how it was when I was working with other people downtown, different ones. They didn't have, you know, you can just tell they're not on that caliber. They thrive off of drama and issues, as long as it takes them away from theirs. But drop it. Okay, so we got the hashtag on that one. So hashtag roll out. That was a song by Ludacris years ago. That was maybe like in the early 2000s, I'm thinking. It could have been that roll out. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, sorry. But I'm going to go from here. Let's end it with this. Drop all the things that irritate you we went to and roll out from it. Roll away from it. All right, let it roll away from you. Overcome it. Become more that you're supposed to be, and stop letting it stop you to the fact of where it drops you. And then it's rolling over you, seeing you stopped it. You need to drop it and roll out. Let me repeat that again. You stopped it, then you dropped it, and now you need to roll out. Okay, you stopped it, you dropped it, now you need to roll out. Why do I say that? All together now. Roll it away from you. Get it away from you before it stops your journey. Okay? You got to stop what's going on. And then once you peep game on what you're stopping, one at a time if you need to, drop it. Remember, don't ever put yourself in a jeopardizing situation. And if there is, there's plenty of call outs for it. Reach out to us at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. Also at Flip the Switch at reborn.com. Flip the DA switch at reborn.com. And also reach out to us on the website at www.realdoubledosechannel.com and check out spiritandmindelevation.com. That's just saying, you know, or reach out to the 1-800-SUICIDE hotline number. And also there's other ones going on for domestic abuse in your local area. I'll see if I can have those links available for that, but I'm pretty sure you can. Like Edward Cullen said on the Twilight Saga, Google it. Just want to say there's always some help out there. And I probably would tell you the story of how the suicide hotline came on there. I'm saying if you feel like that, even if you want someone to talk to, you don't have to just feel like you want to take your life. But it's good to have someone to talk to any time of the day, because that's very vital. But some people just need a voice to reach out to and hear them. And a lot of people love that journey of helping people on that way. It's beautiful, honestly. And matter of fact, I want to be that too. Hopefully with this syndication, losing my sister that way, suicide, homicide, whatever you want to call it. I know for a fact it was the voice that was never heard. See, she didn't stop the drama. Okay. She didn't drop it, and she was too late for it to roll out. So she decided to roll out on it because it already rolled out on her. I want you to stop whatever's going in your life that you see and you know is the poison infecting your journey. I want you to be able to have that dignity and strength to drop it and say, look, I leave this before you, Lord. I leave this before you, God, Almighty Creator. I don't know very much about the journey I'm doing, but please help me get a closer understanding of who my Creator is and who my Creator is in me, so I can be right within you. And I can have a purpose in a journey to what I'm doing and where I'm going. And no matter what may happen, even though you slay me, I should still put my trust in thee. Not quote for word, but in the book of Job, that's what I stand by, especially holding my hands up in the hospital bed on my 4th surgery moving forward. Okay, so my thing is, you have to believe that it's not to be a genie in a bottle. God's not to just say, oh, he didn't ask for $10 million, Lex. I didn't wake up for it. It's been 10 years. I still ain't got my check. Listen, you have to look in the inner and stop blaming, drop the attitude, and roll up on it and roll out the faith and the hope and the belief and the knowledge and the moving forward that you need to do. Put in your work. And sometimes you have to think, having a pile of cash doesn't do anything. Make the vision clear, as the Bible says. Make the vision clear, period. If manifestational people want to do that out here, okay, people who teach, quote, manifestation, they get that from biblical principles. That's what it comes down to. You have to make it clear. I want $5 million. Why? Because I need a new house. Well, how's my house going to look? Lay it out in your mind and walk through it. Make the vision clear, regardless. I want a new car. What kind of car? This car. Why? So I can get my kids and my family back and forth. Not just a showboat. And if it was for glamour, hey, see if it happens. I want a new RV. I want a new pair of shoes. Why? So I can feel better in them. Ooh, I feel them so crispy on that. No more bunions. No more corns or calluses. And whatever it might be, you can ask. And if an evil man knows how to give to his children or those he, quote, loves, then what more could a good person not do? As the Bible says in their own words. I know I'm not a quoter all the way. Don't get on me. But I'm saying, like, when it comes down to that, drop all that crap, the BS, right? On that other level. Roll out. Learn how to walk away from it. There's difference between stopping it, dropping it, and then still keeping it around. It's the same thing. Okay, I'm done. Like, I'm going to tell myself, for example, I'm done eating these cookies. Okay. All right. I'm done helping a million people, but I can't seem to care about giving myself that self-care love. Yet I still keep those people around my journey. Or yet I still keep that jar of cookies, even though I stopped it and I dropped it in a jar or put it in the cabinet somewhere out of sight of the mind. It's still around. So I still can go back in and just look at the cookies, or I still can go answer my phone from, I blocked off too many numbers and still haven't blocked off numbers and said, oh, let me just unblock them real quick. That just kind of made me have a piece of clarity where I'm like, wow, let me just unblock them. I'm just saying, they probably won't call, but I just want to block them. And lo and behold, the door opened up. They still never stop. See, evil never stops. So why should good? Think about that. People are always trying to reach it no matter what, no matter how you cut them off, shut them off. They still are greedy and bloodsuckers. They're never going to stop leeching until they truly enter the heart of what they want God to come in their life. But even then, it's probably like, you had so much damage with that person. You're like, hey, I wish you well. But at the same time, the cookies are still there. I didn't roll them out. I didn't crush them and throw them to the birds. I didn't donate them. I didn't throw them away. I didn't roll it all the way out. So it would be not just out of sight, out of mind, but out of area, out of reach, out of breach. Right? That's what it comes down to. I didn't stop those. I didn't, as far as the blocking, I didn't change my phone number. That's something I could do. That's an option. Well, Lex, I've had my number for 20 years. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, get a second phone or just keep it blocked and keep it moving. Get to the point where you say, look, it doesn't matter who calls me, what happens, I'm going to hang up immediately. I'm not going to deal with it. Or leave a voicemail. Hey, I hope you're looking for such and such. Boom. If you're not, don't call this phone. I'm saying professional, but you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to get to the end of this because I'm pretty sure my vegetables are getting a little cooler at this point right now. But I'm happy to share these moments with you, and time. Definitely stand still. So I'm happy we could get this out. Hashtag stop, drop, and roll out. Dun, dun, dun. Roll it out from your life. Roll it out from what you don't deserve. And make sure you do the best what you can. Even for business, roll it out. Stop procrastinating. Drop all the what ifs and what if don't have. That's what I felt too. Like I was being selfish, telling myself, oh, I don't want to be out there in the spotlight. People, I had like 40, 50 photos taken with me just from downtown. And I was thinking, man, these people, can I get a picture with you? Can I get? I'm like, what's this? What am I, a size of attraction? But I look at that, I'm like, oh, when you shine brighter than a diamond, of course people want to be gleaming with you. But I had to stop thinking that way. All these opportunities, all these partnerships coming up, all the stuff that's been there for years. And Angela and I know, some people call it Tange, but I'm saying like it was like, girl, what are you doing? Like you still thinking about yourself. Offering stuff for free is fine. I have plenty of it. But there comes a time where you have to have that high ticket offer, that other price offer. Why? Because you're meant to help other people get to where they have to get. Not just sit and just be a fat cat, just to sit there and chill and say, look what I got. Look at, you want these riches too. But for people to find the riches within the journey that opened to them with the God of all things, the only one. To be able to have that treasure is endless. See, seeing somebody and laying in a funeral home or on the bed passed away like I have, they don't even take the flesh with them. The spirit is gone. The shell is just there. You don't even take anything you got with you when you leave. That's the beauty of it. No matter what we accumulate, it doesn't matter when you go. That stuff don't mean anything. In the hospital, I'm thinking like, who could I give it to? I want someone on earth who might have 20 more years to keep it. That's what makes me on haste. And it kind of sucks because I'm still healing, and I'm thinking, man, I want to get to it. I want to do this. And my body's like, nope, time to nap. Or nope, I'm hurting. And I'm like, man, I got to go with the flow. Even when my wound officially heals by the grace of God, I still have to remember the inside is still healing as well. I don't even know how to sit in a chair anymore. It's been about 90 days since I sat in a chair. My birthday's coming up in about 2 weeks or so. And I'm okay. I'm trying to figure out if I want some Olive Garden. Because when you're here, your family, I'm okay. Okay, I'm kidding. But if I want some Olive Garden or if I want some fresh made pasta at home or some empanadas or some arepas, different stuff culturally, some fry bread culturally, my mom's side. So it's like, it's a lot of things. I'm just saying, it's one day you get, most people would want to spend it this way because last year it was okay. But I still look at it like, hey, God gave me another chance to be here. And my year doesn't start in 2026. It doesn't start in 2027, 2030, 2045. If I'm still here, I'm just saying it starts right now. Hashtag new year is the new day, and the new day is the new year. The 24 hours you have is a new year. And that's what we should have. Right now, it's a little bit gloomy. Weather's changing, life is changing, rules and politics, everything's going on. But just remember, you control the environment you have from within, so you'll never be without, even when you're outside of the body or the dimensional perspective. And get some of those episodes of TSMA. There's some dimensional perspectives, maybe on the YouTube rolling out, whatever it might be. Just get on there, have a good time. This is all about elevating you and getting to that point. And hopefully you can go to the retreat that's going to be rolling out. And we will be rolling out, hopefully, a crowdfunding page, maybe some other things too. And yeah, maybe have your name on the wall of founders, which would be great. Maybe even have your handprint on there. That'd be awesome. So be the change. Feel the passion, embrace the power of the spirit. This is your girl, Lexus T, coming at you straight from the heart, always truth and beyond. So I love you. You're amazing. Remember, hashtag stop, drop, and roll. And I will be back with you very, very, very soon.